Today we are going to learn Science and Technology Part 1, Lesson number 1, Gravitation. Okay? In that lesson, the major subpoints are noted on the board: gravitation, circular motion and centripetal force, Kepler's laws, Newton's universal law of gravitation, acceleration due to gravitational force of Earth, free fall, escape velocity. These are major 7 points included in that lesson. Okay, we are going to clear every point step by step. First of all, what is gravitation? In previous standard and previous year, we are clear that if any object going upward direction, it comes on the earth, surface of the earth, due to the force which is called as a gravitational force. These concepts we know in previous standards or from previous years, so many years. Okay, from this year we are going to clear another extra information related with the gravitation. What is the gravitation? You know, gravitational is a attracting force. How attracting force? The object thrown on upward side comes to the surface of the earth. That means earth attracted the object. Therefore, we clear that gravitational force is an attractive force which attracts objects, but it attracts only objects on the surface of the earth. No. It is not attracting any objects on the surface of the earth, but also any two celestial bodies. That means in the universe, gravitational force, gravitational force applied on the surface of the earth or in universe. Okay. Now, gravitational force, we know gravitational force was discovered by the Sir Isaac Newton. Now, gravitational force is very important because of what we know various forces. Which these are forces: magnetic force, electric force, gravitational force, so and so and so. Now, gravitational force is an attractive force. Now, what are effect of the forces on objects? What are effects? The force can stop the motion of the object. The force can stop the direction of the object. Force can stop speed of the object or change the speed of the object. Force can change direction of the object. Force can change the size of the object. These are effects of a force acting on the objects. Therefore, gravitational force, electromagnetic force or nuclear force, so many forces. The gravitational force between earth and moon, we know very well. Gravitational force on the moon and earth, it is an also gravitational force. From this, we conclude that concept of a gravitational force or concept of a gravitation is that gravitational force is a universal force. That means it acts any two bodies in the universe. This is the concept of a gravitation. Okay. In previous standard, that means you are in 9th standard, we clear that what are Newton's law of motion. In 9th standard, there are 3 laws of Newton's related with the motion. Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. Newton which is Newton's first law of motion, which is Newton's second law of motion, and which is Newton's third law of motion. Any objects continues to remain at rest state of uniform motion along the straight line unless an external force, unbalanced force acts on it. That means any object remains at rest till any external unbalanced force applied on it. When external unbalanced force is applied on any object, it moves in a straight line. This is Newton's first law of motion. Is it clear? Now, Newton's second law of motion. Which is Newton's second law? Rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied force. Means that when we apply the external force on any object, it moves. Momentum occurs in the direction of a force. And how much we apply the force, momentum is in that way. This is Newton's second law. And now Newton's third law. Everyone knows that every action has equal and opposite reaction. This is Newton's second law of motion. Okay. Now we are going to clear the second point. Is that first point is clear? What is the gravitation? What is the gravitational force? Okay. Now second point in that is that circular motion and centripetal force. For clear this point, what is the centripetal force? We know from 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, we know circular motion, non-circular motion. No, circular motion and centripetal force. That means for this we make an activity, take a string and tie a stone at one end of the string and another end of the string, put it in your hand and rotate in a circular motion. Okay. In that way, what happens? Which force acting on this? How to stop this force? As long as we are holding the string, we are pulling the stone as well as long as we are holding the string in your hand. That means the stone, we are pulling the stone towards us. Are you clear my point? That means towards the center of the circle and applying the force towards it. The force stop acting. In this case, the stone will be fly off in a straight line. That means it is in tangent. Which force is applied on the stone? Centripetal force is applied on the stone. That means from this activity we clear that the force acted towards the center of the circle on any moving circle, any moving object, that is in centripetal force. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are going to the next point. Is that Kepler's law of motion or Kepler's law of planetary motion. Before going to this Kepler's law of motions, Kepler used Newton's law. That means in before few minutes I clear that Newton's law of motion. Taking this reference, Kepler's made new innovation or new any idea in the motion, law of motion. This is known as a Kepler's law. Kepler's law of planetary motion. Any ellipse is in the curve obtained when cone is cut in inclined. Any two focal points, the sum of distance in the two focal points from the every point on the curve is a constant. Now Kepler's laws of planetary motion. Kepler's put forth three laws. These are three. What are three laws of Kepler's? Kepler's first law is that the orbit of a planet is an ellipse with the sun at one of the foci. This is Kepler's first law. The line joining, understand clearly, the line joining planet and the sun. Suppose this is a planet and this is the sun. The line joining planet and the sun sweeps equal distance in equal time of interval. This is Kepler's second law. And Kepler's third law is that the square of the period of revolution of a planet around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of means distance of a planet from the sun. Again I repeat it. The square of the period of revolution, of a planet around the sun is directly proportional to the cube of means of distance of the planet from the sun. This is Kepler's Kepler's third law. Okay. Now from this we clear gravitation, circular motion and centripetal force and Kepler's law of motion. Kepler's first law, Kepler's second law, Kepler's third law. Now fourth point is that Newton's universal law for gravitation. Newton put forth a law of gravity related with the law of gravitation, which is this one. Every object in the universe attracted every another object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square distance between them. Is it clear? No. Again I clear this. Newton's universal law of gravitation. Every object in the universe attract every another object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square distance between them. This is universal law of gravitation put by Sir Newton. Okay. Now, Earth gravitational force. What is Earth's gravitational force? Earth's gravitational force of any object due to the Earth is always directed to the center of the Earth. The force always directed to the center of the Earth. An object is on Earth's surface is in usual notation. Again, I repeat it. Earth's gravitational force. The gravitational force on any object, due to the Earth is always directed towards the center of the Earth. If the object on the Earth's surface, if the object is on the Earth's surface in the usual notation, and it is denoted by F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square.